I grew up in Stamford. I remember all the adults at the table saying, we've never seen anything like this before.
I have been inside probably thousands of sacred places. And very seldom I had the same feeling that I had the first time I walked inside Fish Church.
As soon as they enter those doors, they stop in their tracks and are just blown away by the beauty of the room and the magnificence of the architecture.
The 19th century term is awe-inspiring.
It was widely publicized. It was on the cover of Life magazine, and it was known around the country. It brought 300,000 visitors to Stamford to see the building in the first 2 years that it was opened.
It was utilising new forms of architectural expression, great new technological advances in structural innovation and new materials, borrowing from traditional languages and ideas from, say, the Gothic era in this case, to create a very special new form of expression for that particular community.
Let's not forget we're talking about a wonderful, great master, Wallace Harrison, who was able to capture the past and bring it to the future and make it modern.
He went on to use Dal de Verre in a really important way at the New York Hall of Science at the World Fair.
Very thick chunks of glass that magnified the impact of the coloration that in a way that American stained glass up to that point could not do.
One of Harrison's dreams and intentions was to feel as if you have walked into the midst of a giant sapphire.
When a building is awarded National Historic Landmark status, that means it is significant to the nation as a great work of architecture, in this case, as a heritage place.
The primary threat here is water. When you have water that's getting inside the actual building fabric itself, in the Northeast, you have a lot of thermal change going on.
And in the 1980s, the south wall was replaced in its entirety, not the structure, but the glass panel infills. And what we discovered is that south elevation, once again, the 1980s glass is again a very poor condition.
Our goals here, working with our design team, is to look and do a scientific analysis of the structure, understanding how it moves, understanding where the potential leaks are, and then to develop a solution to those leaking problems.
We think that what we've discovered so far, that this, particularly on the south elevation, that severity of the exposure leads to temperature differentials that are quite severe. The temperature swing on a daily basis can run anywhere from 150 to 200 degrees. And so what we're exploring is looking at doing a secondary glazing layer on the outside in ways of mitigating that enormous temperature differential.
The goal is to get this building to be watertight and to keep the building in good structural condition for the next 100 years.
We value what this place is and what it has been for people across the decades that it has been here, and we want to continue to make sure that it remains a place where people can find fellowship and grow. One of the things that we recognize is that as a congregation, this project is beyond our means. We can't do it without hope. We can't do it without people on the outside saying, you know, yep, we agree with you. This really is something we need to save.
We need to raise millions to make sure that Fish Church is taken care, not just for the today, but for the future. Not taking care of this building and not pay attention to how delicate it is will definitely result in a loss for all of us, because we will lose a masterpiece of modernist sacred architecture.
You know, the Getty's mission in all of this is to advance the conservation of modern architecture internationally. And I think projects like this and our association with them demonstrates real progress in meeting that mission. And so we've been really excited and privileged to play a small role in that.
It's definitely a building worth saving. Your gift will save this masterpiece, an unrivaled sacred place and exceptional community treasure. To donate to this restoration, call 203-491-0276 or visit highlandgreenfoundation.org.